You are different people. You are from above, so we need to follow the rules of above. I am from above. And Jesus said, Jews, you are from below. Disciples, the disciples of Jesus. Luke 9, chapter 52 to 55. And he sent messengers on ahead of him, and they went and entered a village of the Samaritans to make arrangements for him. But they did not receive him because he was traveling towards Jerusalem. When his disciples James and John saw this, they cried, they said, Lord, do you want us to command fire to come down from heaven and consume them? Oh, how easy. How easy, you know. Oh, we are so weak, Christian, that all the time we want to command fire from heaven to consume my enemies. My neighbor is very witty. He's very wicked. Let the fire come and fall upon him. Pastor, you just let me know. I'm going to bring the fire upon from heaven upon my boss. Bring the fire. Fire everywhere. Bring the fire down. He's cut my wages because I was really sick. How can I tell you? Bring the fire upon him. And James and John said, Jesus, because the Samaritans did not invite you to their village, bring the fire down and burn them. All the time we bring the fire down. Bring the fire down upon your children, upon the wife, upon the house. Die. You know what Jesus said? Yeah. But he turned and rebuked them and said, you do not know what kind of spirit you are of. You don't know what kind of spirit you are of. We are of a different spirit. The word different is used over there in the text. We are different. We have a different spirit. Our spirit is a spirit of forgiveness. We forgive. Job. Interesting. Job. The oxen and the donkeys were attacked. They slew the servants. The fire of God fell from heaven and burnt up the sheep and the servants and consumed them. The Chaldeans formed 3 bands and made raid on the camels and took them away and slew the servants. The biggest blow, another man came to Job and said, your sons and your daughters were eating and drinking wine in their oldest brother's house, and behold, a great wind came up from across the wilderness and struck the 4 corners of the house, and it fell on the young people and they died. If I were Job, the first thing I would do would leave the church. That's the first thing Christians do. They say, everybody is a Satan in my church. So this lady came to me and she said, I want to leave my church because everybody is Satan. So I said, you be a saint in that church. God has given you a big task to convert every Satan into saint. Do that. Don't leave your church. But it's easy here. You know, church hopping is very easy. God never intends you to church hop. If you ever want to hop, join a race, join a marathon, hurdle race, hop and come first. Never do church hopping. God has brought you here, you stick here. And pastor's not giving me money to preach that. If God has brought you here, it is not by chance, it's not by fluke. There is a promise. But the biblical principle is, they that wait upon the Lord. They that wait upon the Lord. They that wait in the church. They that wait, tarry. God's people, your blessing is coming. Tarry in the church. Stay in the church. If I were Job or somebody else, I would be the first person to leave the church and rebuke the pastor. This is what you have done. Because of you, this has happened to me. But you know what the Bible says, Job 1:20, then Job arose and tore his robe, shaved his head and fell to the ground, and the word used over there is worshipped him. He worshipped him. Oh, what a difficult situation for a man to see everything finished off, or his children died, everything gone, but he fell down and he worshipped him. And the biggest blow came to him when his wife said, curse God and die. What a setback for a man, for a husband, if his wife leaves him at this hour. Everything gone. Even the wife said, curse God. What? Wife, you are telling me to curse God and die? He said, no, you are a foolish woman. He said, the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh. Blessed be his name. He was worshipping. He was a man of a different spirit. God's people, you need to be men and women of a different spirit. Ask God to give you a different spirit. Ask God to give you the boldness that you need. Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego, they did not bow to the idol that Nebuchadnezzar had built. Everybody had to bow bowing down, but these three young guys were standing up. You know the consequences of doing that? They'll put you into the fiery furnace. No worries. That's what they say here. No war is mine. I have all the worries. And so they were brought before King Nebuchadnezzar, and King Nebuchadnezzar said, well, you know what you've done? Do you know the consequences? He said, yeah. You've seen that fiery furnace, 7 times it has been evoked, and you're going to die. They said, no worries. If we will die, we die. But we're not going to bow down to your idol King Nebuchadnezzar. And if our God is able to save us, and even if He is not able to save us, we still are not going to bow down. God's people, you are men and women of different spirit. Don't give in. Don't bow down. Don't bow down. You know what I'm targeting at? Don't bow down. If you are a Christian in your workplace, stand up to be a Christian. If you are a born-again person and they offer you with things that you should not eat according to the Bible, stand up and say, I will not eat it. You may lose your job, not a problem. Not a problem. God has a better job for you. You honor God. God, you don't know how much God will honor you. You show respect to God, and God will come down with all His heaven. He will open the windows of heaven and shower blessings on you. Don't give in. Be like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Some few examples. David. When David was bringing the Ark of the Covenant in the house, the Bible says, 2 Samuel chapter 6 verse 14, and David was dancing before the Lord with all his might, and David was wearing a linen ephod. And in verse 16, and Michal, the daughter of Saul, looked out a window and saw King David leaping and dancing before the Lord, and she despised him in her heart. But when David returned to bless his household, David is coming in a good spirit. He's coming with a very good spirit. He's coming in after all the dancing and the shouting because he's victorious against the Philistines. He's coming with a very good spirit to bless his house. You come into your house with a very good spirit. You are happy. And you park your car and you're singing a song, Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound. And you walk into your house and you get the biggest shock of your life. You see your wife standing with a stick in your hand, in her hand. Or your wife is ready to shout at you, to scold you because you haven't been to Woolworths. You forgot the grocery list. You forgot the milk. Just $2. Not a big issue. $2. But those $2 will waste your 2 nights. Probably 2 hours you'll have to go. But here, Australia, in India, if you want to buy milk, you just have to walk down, out across the road, and there is plenty of milk. Okay, but here you've got to drive 10 kilometers to reach a marketplace and to buy milk. You want to buy bread, you really have to take your car out for $2, you've got to spend $10 of petrol. Okay, but India it's easy. Just come out, there's bread. Just come out, there are veggies. Just come out, there's public transport, conveyance, everything's so easy. It's easy. You just have to cross a couple of cows, leap over a couple of buffaloes, kick a few dogs, stop a few cars, and you have your milk. We have different obstacles. We have a different story. You've been to India, anybody? You've been to, so I'm speaking the truth. Okay. So here he is, and Michal, the daughter of Saul, came out to meet David and said, how the king of Israel distinguished himself today. He uncovered himself today in the eyes of his servant maids, as one of the foolish ones shamelessly uncovers himself. Now Michal rebuked David. Michal was very angry. She said, you are a king of Israel, and the way you were dancing, you had uncovered yourself in front of your maids and servants. There is a way to dance. Is this the way you dance in the presence of God? You've forgotten all manners and people were watching you. You were a king. Behave like a king. And you know how wives are furious? You know how wives are furious? I don't need to explain that. So David said to Michal, it was before the Lord. I am a different person. I was dancing before the Lord. I was not dancing in a function like a birthday or a marriage party. That's what he would have said in today's world. Who chose me above your father and above all his house to appoint me ruler over the people of the Lord, over Israel. Therefore, I will celebrate before the Lord. I will celebrate celebrate before the Lord because I'm a man of a different spirit. When you walk into the house of God, God's people, don't just stand, celebrate. Don't just stand and gaze and listen and criticize and condemn and ridicule the worship team or the pastor or his message. Celebrate God. Dance, no matter what people are saying. Your coat may be going somewhere else, your shirt tucked out, people are watching it, you're spinning all over worshiping God, but just do it because you are different. You are a different man. Your ways of praise and worship is not just standing and dancing. Step number 1 and step number 2. I am a dignified man. I need to be dignified in my dancing. If I start dancing in a vulgar way, what will people think and what will... The whole time we Christians are thinking of what will people think when people are not thinking anything. They've got enough time to think on their own problems. Who on the earth has time to think about how you are dancing? Just dance in His presence. Just celebrate. Just get stirred up. When songs are there, when the drums are playing, you just start dancing.